Okay, so if I do this right, I should have all of the money and it should have gone through. Alrighty, so I do believe it will be waiting on me then. I guess all I need to do now is go and pick it up, I guess. Thankfully, my friend is waiting all the way over here and they will drive me there. So let's head over to the dealership and let's go pick up our new vehicle. Alright, now that we're finally here, let's go ahead and head on into the dealership. And lo and behold, we finally got one. What's going on, guys? Diamond here, and right behind me is the G-Wagon. So you might be wondering, Diamond, how have you managed to get your hands on this thing? Magic, I will just say that. So today what I think we're going to be doing is going ahead and building this thing up and kind of seeing what we can do to it. Trying to see how fast it is, what drivetrain it has, and all the cool little features it may have. So first things first, obviously looking on the exterior, it looks pretty neat. I will say, I'm not a huge crazy G-Wagon fan, but having this is kind of cool. Let's see, the headlights, definitely will say I do like that halo ring that it has, and it's definitely a neat little feature. It even has the AMG badge right there, which is pretty cool actually. Looking on the hood, it looks like it may have hood pins. No, these are different. I wonder what these are for. I'm not really sure, but I do like the little hood vents it's got there. You can see the little ledges there for the hood. Looking on the door, it keeps that old style of like the Jeeps and all that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Love the fact that it has a spare tire. Of course, we have the gem badge, just like our GT3 RS. Everything on the exterior looks really good, and I do like the exhaust tips as well as it's on this side too. But looking on the interior, and also there is a sunroof there. Looking on the interior, it's not insanely detailed, but it still looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. So the engine that we have been granted with is the inline six, and surprisingly, it's turboed, but we're going to be changing that out. If we're going to keep anything 6 related, I guess we'll put a V6 in this thing. So let's go ahead and head over to the parts shop and let's go ahead and get this thing built out. Pull. Alright, now that we are finally here, let's go ahead and remove our engine, which, don't get me wrong, we love the inline 6, and we will definitely be keeping this for a future use. But this is not a drift build. We're trying to see exactly how powerful we can make this thing. All right, now that we have those done, let's go ahead and head on in here, buy the V6 3.8, as well as buy our 7-speed DCT, and let's install it. I will say nothing looks cooler than seeing that open engine bay, especially with an engine that's that powerful, peeping outside of it. Alright, and let's head over to the tuner and let's put a tune on this thing, shall we? Alright, now that we are finally here, let's go ahead and let's get to tuning then. See exactly how well we can make this. Huh, it's all-wheel drive. That's interesting. Alright, well I know exactly what we're dealing with then. 851 and 814, not quite what we're looking for. Alright, so this is the tune that I've managed to come up with. It makes 1274.5 horsepower with 1233 foot-pounds of torque. And I'm not exactly how fast this is, but let's go ahead and give it a try, shall we? Alright, let's go ahead and test her out. So 240, nice. That's actually pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie, and we somehow got stuck. Well then. Well, I wish I knew how to fix us getting unstuck here. Oh, wait, did I figure it out? Maybe. Or are we just stuck here completely? I think so. Aw, man. Well then, I will be right back and we will get the fitment. Alright, so after 5 minutes of kind of fighting against the NPC highway, we finally made it back. But let's go ahead and figure out what our fitment is, and I think we're going to go ahead and use the wiki fitment. So let's see here, what is going to be our fitment? So it's looking like our fitment for the G-Wagon is going to be 280s, 20s, and 23s. That's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Pretty tall rim, but other than that, so let's see, 23 and 280. Is this for the rear as well? Yeah, it is. Wow, so this is actually a pretty easy fitment. All right, and let's head over to the tire shop and let's go ahead and put some tires on this thing. So we tend to use the one that's all the way over there near the parts shop. Let's go ahead and head over to this one and actually use the rims here. We need to spice this up a little bit and try to use more diverse rims here and there. No, I will say, the more that I drive this around, the more it kind of grows on me. So let's see our selection here. So let's see, we could go for something chrome maybe. Kind of want something nice looking. I'm stuck between these ones, and I'm also kind of stuck between these ones. I kind of like the fact that this is more, and it honestly kind of looks better. Ooh, wait, but these right here exist. Those look even better, not gonna lie. And they kind of match the vibe. So let's go ahead and use these, honestly. And let's go ahead and bring them over here. Oh, we lost connection. That's interesting. So after thankfully, or not thankfully, but unfortunately losing connection, we ended up losing those rims. So we have to rebuy them, which honestly sucks. But I mean, let's be honest, what can I do about it? All right, and let's get these put together. All right, and let's get these off. And let's get these on. Not gonna lie, it actually looks pretty good. Alright, I guess our G-Wagon has the hops then, because what the heck was that? This fitment is interesting to say the least. When it looks like slammed. Oh, that's so whoever made this fitment, I definitely need to question you because, but anyways, let's go ahead and see how she does on the drag strip, shall we? Alright, let's see. So we'll do 3 runs like we usually do, and I'm hoping for maybe a sub 4? I don't know, let's find out. Holy, this thing's fast. 493, not bad. This thing's kind of quick, I'm not even gonna lie. I will say after this, I do want to go back and get some more slicks and kind of change the size up. I feel like 22s will be fine because these 23s, don't get me wrong, it's cool and all, but I can't deal with that clipping personally. 504, definitely messed that up because of those micro movements, but I think we can do better. All right, last one, let's see. 478, nice. I feel like we can go faster, we just need a smaller set of wheels. But now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and head on over to the circuit and let's see how good she does. Oh wow, there's an exclusive car over here. Is that the Fiat? I think it is. Yep, it's the Fiat. Nothing too special about it. Doesn't even come with rare rims, I don't think. Oh no, I think those are Cosmics. Yeah, those, they are. That's cool. They're not even slicks either, so there's like no point in buying this. All right, and let's go ahead and see how she does. I will say the turning radius is horrendous. She's definitely not a track car, but she does have some stability. Ooh, first spin out there. Second spin out. Jeez, man, we cannot keep ourselves going. Hey, we got a little drifty there. That's pretty cool. Oh, ah, we almost got it. Ah, man, we spun out again. Holy spin out there. Honestly, I think that's gonna do it for us though. Not gonna lie, when it comes to the G-Wagon, it's definitely fast and drag race material. Definitely was not expecting that out of this car, but I will say it's more so of that luxury and also kind of car meet stylist type of vehicle. And if you are wanting to get your hands on one of these, they go for like over 100 mil right now. So by any means, could I consider this technically as one of the richest vehicles to own? And does that mean that I technically now am one of the richest players in the game? I don't know, man. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to join the Discord. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep. Ciao.